So with this over, Sasuke would leave the village and they'd have to stop him. Chris would run out and the squad would come, Sakura would come crying saying, please get Sasuke back for me to Naruto. Christian says, we don't, all of them do a dance except for Naruto. We don't give a fuck about nope. We don't give a fuck about nope. She goes, I'm serious, please, get back Sasuke, or I will hate you for life, Naruto. Person says, why are you putting the entire burden on Naruto? It's kind of messed up, you know. He says, I don't care, he's gotta do this. He's Sasuke's rival, so he has to save him. And if he doesn't, I'm gonna murder you. Naruto goes, fine, we'll go save him. When they head out, they encounter the Jirobo dude. Naruto would instantly one-shot him with a Rasengan. She goes, bruh. Christian says, good, Naruto. But then he'd get back up, and Naruto would have to fight, and Choji would fight him. Then they'd find Kidomaru, which Thing would fight. Which Neji would fight. Then we have... Then we have Sakon and Ukon, which Kiba faces. Christian says, oh no, Kiba, just because if they want a 2-on-2, we'll get a 2-on-2. He goes, yeah. Christian says, K9's attack. He says, wait, K9? Christian goes, and does a Nine-Tails roar, which he rushes at him going, punching Ukon almost off of Sakon. Then they start barraging him. Christian finishes him off with a Rasengan, learning his new learned Magnet Rasengan. He goes, destroying him. But then he says, Kiba, I have to go help. He goes, doot, doot, then dips. And then Shikamaru's about to get put in a Genjutsu, but then his body gets cut in half. Christian goes, as he heads off. Now it's time for Christian to fight Kimimaro, while Naruto goes to get Sasuke. Christian goes, going, Christian jumps above him going, Stardust Rain! Absolutely obliterating him, hitting it with multiple attacks. Then he goes, with all of his power below, he raises his hands up to the sky saying, Stardust Fall! Then so much blue energy rises up to the sky with them, hurting Kimimaro so much. Kimimaro about to punch him in the face. Christian moves his hand out of the way with the back of his hand and kicks him so far down. Kimimaro goes, Grr! Christian appears right next behind him going, dark blue Rasengan! And it's like a darker blue Rasengan, like an aura sphere. He goes, Grr! As he's blasted back. Christian goes, Grr! And with his defeat, Christian goes, I did it, yes! With that over, Christian says, Lycanroc, let's go! I'm kidding, Lycanroc doesn't exist in this universe. When he does, he already sees Sasuke about to kill Naruto with a Chidori. Christian comes in for a slice, but Sasuke blocks it with his hand, breaking Christian's sword. Christian goes, damn it! Then he has to fight Sasuke in close combat. He goes, ah! But then Sasuke knocks him out with a kick. Christian goes, ooh! But then he goes to help the rest of them, body flickering out. Helping Neji finish off Kidomaru by tripping him. Then Kimimaro gets stabbed by Christian by the edge of his now dagger. Then Neji would finish him off with all palms, ending him. Palms. Then Kiba would finally finish off Sakon with Kankuro. And Tamaru would help finish off Thing. Tayuya. Well, actually, Tayuya is dead. But when they see Naruto, it's already gone. But when Naruto and Sasuke are about to finish their fight with their final clash, Christian jumps in and moves his fingers up. Then the edge of his sword comes flying up, cutting them both in the arms. They go, Argh! But then their attacks still go in clash. Christian says, no! And he's hit by the explosion, which knocks him back. He goes, damn it, as he slams his hand against the door. As he picks up Naruto and takes him away, going. When Kakashi arrives, he says, "No, Naruto couldn't have been incinerated. Sasuke, he must have drowned to the bottom of the lake." But there's a note, Christian saying that he already took Naruto home. Kakashi goes, "Good, he took him home, but Sasuke got away." When they get back and Christian's in the hospital sitting with Naruto, Christian goes, biddle, 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 bop, biddle. Then when Christian leaves the room, Sakura walks in and Christian thinks in his head, he's screwed. Then he starts to hear scream. A couple of minutes later, he's sitting out with Shikamaru trying to sing, but he also does get kind of mad when Tsunade blames the entire thing on Shikamaru. He goes, "Shikamaru didn't do any of this fault. It's not his fault that he was put in this situation. It's Sasuke's fault for being such a jealous bastard. He's just jealous of Naruto and me for getting stronger than him, that he gets madder. So then he wants more power because he's too fed up in revenge. It's not Shikamaru's fault that Sasuke's a greedy idiot." He goes, "You're right," but then he hears screaming from Naruto's room. And not happy screaming, bad screaming. They open the door to see Sakura stabbing Naruto with a kunai, saying that she would keep her promise with killing Naruto if she didn't get Sasuke back. Christian says in his head, "What a yandere. Holy crap. Soon she's gonna start snapping people's necks. And goddamn, is that gonna be annoying. Because I always come back." Because he always comes back, so it's really just gonna be annoying to get his neck snapped every day by Sakura because she doesn't stop because she's a freaking yandere. I don't know. Christian catches Sakura's final kunai strike, saying, "Are you really gonna plan to kill him over your mistakes for you not wanting to save Sasuke because you're a useless piece of crap?" As he throws her across the room, saying, "And Naruto's got much more stab wounds than he would have had when he fought with Sasuke." Christian says, "Saka no baka. I'll go report this to Lady Tsunade, and Sakura will be put in federal prison for will be put in jail for a couple of days. Doesn't matter. Because Sasuke got sent to jail at 16. Well, actually 17 if you think about it, because Sasuke was born before Naruto. So I'm gonna say Sakura is put in jail. Well, like juvenile, whatever it's called. She's put in there for 30 days. Because she went crazy and basically stabbed Naruto a billion times in the arm. But then Christian sees water all over Naruto on like his arms. He says, then he looks at it and looks closely and then makes himself fake cry going. Then he looks at it and says, "She cried while doing this, huh? She looks like she didn't want to do it. Maybe she was resisting a genjutsu. I don't know. Why was she crying? She was pretty serious when she said she was going to kill Naruto." Christian says, "Oh crap, Naruto's bleeding out a lot. I better go get Tsunade." He tells Tsunade to please heal Naruto because Sakura has stabbed him about 30 times in the arm. And his arm is almost fully cut open. So she says, "Damn, that's Sakura. She'll be put in jail for 30 days. Christian says, "Yeah, please do." Christian says, "But I have a report about this. Sakura could have been in a genjutsu." She says, "What do you mean?" Christian says, "Well, Sakura was crying when that happened. So she would have been it's either she was crying because she lost Sasuke, or she was crying sadly because she was stabbing her friend against her will." Christian says, Taka no baka. Taka no baka. Then he leaves, and then a couple of days later, Naruto's all ready. And Naruto would leave the Leaf Village to go train with Jiraiya, while Christian would stay in the village and wait for Sakura to get a chance to see, so he can try and release her from the Genjutsu. When Sakura gets out, he pokes her in the head with chakra. She goes, ow, what the hell? And then she faints. He goes, so it was a Genjutsu. Christian thinks in his head, saying, who could be casting these Genjutsus? Then he thinks, Danzo Shimura, the only guy who probably could have done it. But then out of nowhere, he's knocked out by something, or someone. Then he's in some kind of weird base. And he sees cloaked figures with red clouds. He says, what am I doing here? Can I go now? A man with purple eyes says, you're not going. Until you join. Christian says, I don't want to join. Your organization is boring. You're hunting Biju. Why would I want to be hunted? They say, you're hunting Biju. Or hunting, you're a Jinchuriki, huh? Which one? Christian says, 1 and 9. Say, the one is just what we need. Pain goes to stab him, Christian body flickers out of the way and then kicks him, which makes him fall in the chair, but then he's stabbed by multiple spikes. Pain is healed. Ugh. Christian says, looks like I have to get out of here. Then the Akatsuki surrounds him. He goes, but then some weird scroll falls on his head. He goes, ding! And then he holds it in his hand and reads it. It's while he's dodging all attacks, he says, Aura, huh? Aura style. Oh, I guess it's not a style. I guess it's just a normal one. Christian dodging attacks and then blows up the front of it so he can get out. Then says, Shikaku do with it. Shikaku shoots a giant wind blast at them, which knocks them all out. Well, which knocks him back, and he's sealed back inside. Christian says, let's go. Then he heads back to the Leaf, saying, huh. With this, Christian is all ready to train for 3 years. Christian goes, so what was going on? He says, Aura, I guess I could learn about this. He says, Kurama and Shikaku say in his head, Aura? Christian says, you guys know what that is? They say, yeah, it's basically some kind of thing where you can sense things way better. You can send aura waves, and if they come back to you, you can sense somebody. You can also create these powerful orbs that you shoot out of your hands that are insanely strong, called Aura Sphere. Christian says, that sounds cool. He says you can also use them in close range. They're much more deadly in long range, though. Christian says, that also sounds cool. He says, I'm gonna try and learn it. And he finally learns it after a month and goes, perfect. Now I'm gonna go lead the Leaf. He's training with it, finally learning, mastering Aura, so he can just use Aura Spheres. And then he decides to train with Kurama and Shikaku. He releases them in somewhere where they're hard to find. And then they turn into their human forms. Christian says, you two looking nice in your human forms. Looking cool. He says, so can we train like this? He says, yeah, we'll teach you all our techniques, I guess. He's training, and then for 3 years, when he's done, he's insanely strong. He also learned the Flying Raijin from Kurama, because somehow Kurama knew it. He also learned Shikaku's like magnet wave techniques and like how to produce whatever it's called. He mastered magnet release, fire release, earth release, water release, wind release, and lightning release. He mastered all of them in yin and yang release. That seems good. I can finally stop nerfing him. But that's not what I want to do. I want to do part 1 of What If We Were in Naruto, because I